Alright, what's up people? So this is a topic that Hard8 had originally made a video about a little while ago, about a week or so ago, and upon watching that video I did want to make a video about it myself, putting my own 2 cents in, but never got around to it. But then IC Rhythms today made a video bringing it back up, so I thought, let me make my video putting my 2 cents in. So pretty much this is what happened according to what I know. So there was a Skype call, and Hard8 was in there, Shokio, Arbiter is the guy who made the statement. He's a guy that has a YouTube channel around his community, and he basically made the statement that he thinks that people who trade in games or consoles are casual gamers and they are broke and poor. Now there are so many things wrong with that statement, and I'm not even sure where to start with that. But also in that Skype call, after he made that statement, according to what I know, he was pretty serious about it. He wasn't like just saying it in a joking manner. Apparently he really meant it. And upon saying that, Shokio told him that I had traded in my PS3 and my games for it, and he said he didn't know that, and apparently he said he lost a lot of respect for me. First of all, that statement is so retarded and stupid to me that I didn't even believe it when I saw it at first. When I saw it, and like I said, it was Hard8 making the video, I seen the title, and I'm like, look at this man Hard8 making another inflammatory, misleading title again. Because Hard8 does that sometimes to bait a lot of you people in who like to comment before you actually watch the video. So he does a lot of that, a lot of misleading, not necessarily misleading, somewhat, but not completely. And I'm like, look at him just making this title just to bait people, because I didn't believe somebody could actually say that. I thought it was just a random topic that he was making up just to make a video. I didn't think anybody was stupid enough to make that statement. So I watched the video and I had to pause it. I'm like, wait, time out. Somebody actually said this stupid shit? The statement was so stupid and retarded to me, I couldn't actually believe this came out of human lips. That's how stupid it was to me. Now, first of all, the whole broke thing, we know that doesn't apply to me. I mean, not to brag, but no, that people have seen what I bought on this channel and, the things I unboxed, and I'm not trying to brag and say I'm rich or anything, but broke, no, we're not even going to entertain that. People see the stuff I buy. Now, as far as him saying he didn't know I traded in my PS3 and all my games, first of all, I don't know how anybody wouldn't know that I traded in my PS3. Prior to getting the PS4, I must have said it in every single video that I'm trading it in. I made a dedicated video to trading in my PS3 and its games, or what I had left. So I don't know how anybody would know, and I mentioned it in every video after about the PlayStation 4. So I don't know how anybody doesn't know that. Now, in regards to him saying he lost a lot of respect for me, the fact that you base your... First of all, back up a little bit. Not that... It kind of trips me up when people say they lost respect for me, because honestly, I don't give a damn. That's one thing. I don't care about when people say they lost respect for me. One, I don't know you. I don't know half of you. I don't know any of you. Not even on a personal level. So I don't know why people think I care when they say, BG, I lost a lot of respect for you. I don't know you. All you are to me is pretty much a name in a comment section. So I don't know why people think I care about their respect. It's not me being an a-hole. I don't know you. I don't know you personally. You're not a family member. You're not a friend. You're a viewer. So I'm just saying, do you value the respect or the opinion of people you don't know? I don't. So it doesn't even make sense to me why people think I even care that they respect me or not. But if they have respect for me, so I don't even care about that nonetheless. But the fact that you base your respect, one of the things you base respect on is how people treat their electronics. You base your respect on people on how they treat their games and consoles, an inanimate object. That, I don't know, I think that shows that your priorities and your values are really misplaced. Generally, I kind of base my respect for people kind of like on other values and principles, like how they treat other people or the things they do in life that are much more meaningful, not what they do with their games and their consoles. Like, what? Oh, look how you treat your games. I lost a lot of respect for you. Like, what? Does that even sound right? Like, that sounds so delusional and crazy to me. Like I said, I got no problem with Arbiter, but that just sounds crazy to me. Now, regarding this is why I always say I believe people have this emotional, intimate, like, relationship connection with their games and consoles. Because I don't know why people treat their games and consoles like give it special treatment versus other electronics. I don't. For example, I have my 1440p monitor. Some of you saw me buy it, do the unboxing and everything. I had a 1080p monitor before this. I wasn't going to use a 1080p monitor anymore. I didn't have any use for it. I got rid of it. What was I keeping it around for? You get what I'm saying? I had a 1080p monitor. I upgraded. 1440p. Why would I keep the other monitor around? And that goes with any electronics. A shredder, a freaking toaster, speakers, a laptop. I had an old laptop. I upgraded. I got rid of the old laptop. I had not so good quality speakers. I upgraded to better speakers. I got rid of the old speakers. You see where I'm going with this? I had a PS3. I upgraded to a PS4. I got rid of the PS3. So, like, why do people give this like? People treat it like their grandmother or a distant relative or something like that. They treat their consoles and their games like that, like they're precious. As just they grow in age, and it's like it's like your possession, like your prized possession. Like you treat them like with care and intimacy. Like it's an electronic. It's a hardware. It's hardware and plastic. Now, as a gamer, yeah, I do like. The word isn't necessarily care. Like, you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't care about them like a person, like I would a person. But as a possession, something I paid for, yeah, like a piece of hardware. And as something that helps me fulfill my hobby, I care for it in that way. But not in an intimate or emotional manner. So that doesn't make sense to me, like why people do that. And people bring up the topic, well, don't you want to go back and play old games? No, not really. Let me tell you something. PS1. I had a PS1. When PS2 came out, I never touched a PS1 again. Never. PS2. When I got a PS3, I never went back to PS2. Never once touched it again. Never. PS3, PS4. I got a PS4 now. I will never touch a PS3 again. That's just me. I don't have this like dying urge to go back and play old things. That's just me. Now, I'm not saying that, for example, The Last of Us. I wouldn't mind playing The Last of Us right now. I wouldn't. I like the multiplayer. I said that. But do I want to play The Last of Us enough to keep an old console around? No. And that's just how I feel with any game. Now, some games are timeless in that you can go back to them and time hasn't like eroded them or deteriorated their value. But there's very few games like that. For example, one game I can think of right now, I could play it right now, and no matter how old it gets, I will still like it. And that's like Crash Bandicoot Racing. I love that game. I love kart races, for those of you who don't know. I could play Crash Team Racing right now and love it. I could have a blast. There's not many games like that, though. There's very few timeless games that history, time doesn't just like kill their value. Very few. Last of Us might turn out to be one of those games. You gotta let time pass more and see. Certain games like the Final Fantasy series to me, like I could play Final Fantasy 7 right now. I beat that game like 5 times. I could play it right now and it doesn't bother me. Like it still holds its fun factor value to me. But there's not many games like that. So that you're poor and you're broke and you're casual if you trade in games. Like that's such a childish thought in the first place. Like it doesn't even like make sense. Like I said, I got no problem with Arbiter, but I just think that's the emotional connection people have, looking at their collection of games. Like I don't get anything. Like I don't look at a collection of games and it warms my heart. That doesn't happen for me. Like I don't have a feel good, connection just because I'm looking at it and I have it. And like, nah. The principle that this stands on is what's the purpose of keeping something around if you're not gonna use it? I don't see any sense in that. Just to say you have it, just to collect it. If you're potentially not gonna use something, trade it in. Like, what am I going to keep my PS3 around if I know I'm not really gonna have any value for it? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's just stupid. Like trade that sucker in. What's the point? Just so it can sit there and collect dust? Like, nah, I'm not into. I don't need any more dust collectors. I don't need that. So, I just wanted to give my thoughts on it. That's just stupid to me. It's retarded. If doing that, if trading in games and consoles make you casual, then keeping consoles and games that you're not gonna play anymore makes you hardcore. Like what? Keeping something you're not gonna use anymore makes you hardcore. I guess because that would be the opposite, and that obviously doesn't make sense. And obviously the casual gamer thing, obviously I don't need to entertain that either. People see the games I beat and the games I play. I beat and play plenty of games. People see all the games I beat and go through in a year, in a month. I go through and beat a lot of games, so I don't need to prove that. People can see that. But anyway, those are my thoughts on it. Guess I didn't mean for the video to be this long, but those are my thoughts on it. It's a retarded statement.